Martin from Bali, straight from Bali again. And so yeah, it's actually interesting how the idea is about the new episode coming in my head. It's like in the morning I'm waking up, I have no any idea what to film about and what to show you next, but then idea is just coming up accidentally. And then so yeah, I actually have a good news. So basically Bali is closed for international tourism, but Bali is not closed, and you can get to Bali if you make a business visa. So you make a business visa, it's not cheap, right? So if you're planning only for 3 weeks, it's probably too expensive because it will cost you $400. But if you're planning for a couple of months, and that's how long is that business visa, because they make it for 2 months and it costs $400. Then it's kind of okay if you're missing diving, or if you're planning like professional training. Like at the moment I got one student asking for dive master course, so he's going to come for 2 months, and then it's kind of okay, especially if you keep in mind that at the moment all the hotels and homestays is really cheap, so it kind of put everything in a balance. So yesterday's episode was about seasons, that at the moment it's the nudie branch. And frogfish season came to Bali. And then I started to think about the seasons, and I understood that actually we missed Mola Mola seasons this year. And we did some couple of tries, but yeah, we were not lucky, or the season was really short, or maybe it still continued. I have no idea, because the problem at the moment is that we cannot really ask someone. Previously there was a lot of people diving in Candidasa and Crystal Bay, and we were always able to call the captains, and we were able to ask, is Mola Mola there or not? At the moment there is no anyone whom we can call. No one is really diving, only a few people diving, and some of them were lucky, some of them, like me and our team and the people with whom we do, we were not lucky. Maybe that's because last year we were so lucky. We did, like, I don't know, I did, let's say, some 10 Mola Mola dives, and from 10 Mola Mola dives I saw Mola Mola on 9 of them. Maybe it was because the Taras predictions, because he really knows when is the right time to dive. But yeah, I have no idea. Something you have to know about Mola Mola. Mola Mola is a fish, probably one of the weirdest fishes you can actually find in ocean at all. So it's the only fish who hasn't really a tail. So that fin which is on the back, it's like a part of the body. It's not like a separate tail, right? Or like a tail fin. It's just like that. Another thing is, like, there was a discussion, the guys posted the white color Mola Mola, which is on a side, and I mentioned that maybe this, because I read it, and somewhere I saw some documentary that one scientist said that if Mola Mola gets horizontal or on a side, it cannot stand up again. And then there was another guy who, and I commented it in that post I think it was Instagram, and then another guy said, no, it's sometimes the Mola Mola lays on a side to allow birds to clean the parasites off. It's quite interesting. I will try to find the documentary and I will put a link into the description so you can watch that movie, or it's like a documentary. It's quite interesting actually. We didn't get this year the new footage of Mola Mola, but last season was really rich of Mola Mola, so we were able to show every customer who wanted to see Mola Mola this amazing fish. The one thing what you have to know about the Mola Mola, the season, so it starts in the beginning of June and it ends somewhere in the middle of November. It really depends. So what is Mola Mola season? That's the time when the water changes, when the cold water comes up from the depth. Mola Mola lives really deep, like 300 meters and deeper, and it comes up only with the cold streams of the water. That's why it's called moonfish or sunfish, because it's coming up, like for example, as Taras said, it's always coming up with new moon. Right, so when it's a new moon, there is a stronger current, so it's coming from the depth, and the Mola Mola is coming together with it. What is interesting, and that's why it's like that, because Mola Mola has no bladder. I mean, all the fishes has a bladder to change the depth, while the Mola Mola doesn't have it. That's what I understood, right, from that scientist. And that's why it cannot just change the depth. That fish have to use the fins and the current to get up to the surface, because in the surface they're coming for the cleaning. Usually you can meet Mola Mola jumping out of the water, right? So why it's jumping out of the water? Because it's trying to get off the parasites of the skin. It can be really annoying, right? So if you get itch, I think it's really annoying. Or for example, when you're diving and get stung by some jellyfish, it becomes really itchy. Just imagine this poor fish feeling absolutely the same. So that's why they're coming up for the cleaning. So yeah, usually you meet it around 30 meters, right? But sometimes it's like snorkelers can see it in a crystal bay. And why Bali? Why around Bali? You can see Mola Mola in different places all around the world, but I think this is one of the most popular places. The same story as with Liberty Wreck. Why the Liberty Wreck is so popular? Because so many people it's accessible for so many people. The same thing is also with the Mola Mola. You can see probably all around the world, especially in the places where it's the cold waters, but just because not so many people diving there, so that's why nobody really knows where else you can see it. While in Bali it's a really popular tourism destination, and because so many people diving and snorkeling and that's why it's so promoted, and that's why people coming here to see Mola Mola. It's the same like, for example, treasure shark. Treasure shark you can see in many places around the world, different types. Like for example in the Red Sea you also can see the treasure shark. But like a kind of, when we're talking about treasure shark, we're always talking about the Malapascua, the island in the Philippines, because it became famous for the treasure shark because they started to promote this at a treasure shark site. I probably reached the moment when it's really hard to find the new content for you. So that's why, if you have some new ideas which I haven't been talking in my episodes until this moment, please write in the comments and I will try to talk about that things. So yeah, so that was today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. It's getting better for me to say this one because it's like I'm doing it automatically. I remember when I said it for the first time, I rewrite this, I don't know, like 3 times. And subscribe for our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow again. Bye.